Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making vanilla cake. And first I start by sifting the flour a cup at a time, and you want to make sure that you sift all of the dry ingredients. Next I'm adding baking powder, and I'm also going to add baking soda. I have found that these two ingredients both are essential to making the cakes. It doesn't have that dome top after it finished baking. That's what baking soda seems to do for me. And then I'm going to add salt that helps balance out the sugar. Now I'm going to whisk all that together, making sure everything is well incorporated. Now it's time for the wet ingredients. I use lactate milk, but you don't have to use lactate milk. This is just what I have in my refrigerator most of the time, so that's what I'm using. And the star of the show for moistness is sour cream. Most people use buttermilk, but it seems like sour cream does the same thing, and sour cream is just easier to find. I'm going to mix this all together just to make sure it's well incorporated. Next, I grab my stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer if you want. I am going to add my butter into the bowl. I'm also going to add oil. Now I use butter and oil. It helps keep it moist. Next, I'm going to add sugar to the bowl, and I have to sift the sugar because the sugar usually has large clumps, and you don't want those clumps in your cake. Now I'm going to mix these three ingredients on medium to high speed, making sure they are all mixed in together. And then I'm going to scrape down the bowl, making sure it is all well incorporated. Now I'm going to mix in one egg at a time, and I like to crack the eggs into a separate bowl first, just to make sure I don't have any shells. Now I also reduce the speed of the mixer because I don't want to overmix. Making sure I scrape the sides of the bowl so everything is well incorporated. You can't have vanilla cake without vanilla, so now I add vanilla extract to the cake after all the eggs have been well incorporated. Now sometimes I do add a little bit of extra vanilla just for the taste. It won't hurt. Now I lower the speed of the mixer to just a stir so that I can start adding the dry and wet ingredients. You want to alternate between the two, starting with dry ingredients, then next wet ingredients, but make sure you always start and end with dry ingredients. This is very important. At this point, it is also very important to scrape down the bowls because there will be flour on the sides. After I add my last spoon of flour, I like to mix it for just a little bit and then end it here and just mix it all by hand just for a little bit. That's it, the batter is complete. Now it's time to prepare the pans. Usually people do this first, but I don't. I add margarine butter to a napkin and I fully grease the pan, all the sides and all of the bottom. Then I add some flour to the pan and I fully coat all of that butter that's on this pan. I dispose of all the extra flour and then that's it, your pan is ready. Now I add the batter to the pan and I usually just eyeball this, but you can use a scale to make sure you have even measurements. Now I'm going to gently pat the pans on the counter so that the batter spreads out evenly. Now it's time to place the pans into the oven. I bake on 325 for about 40 minutes. Now, I wanted you guys to see one of the cakes straight out of the oven. I took it out the pan, and this is the result. Now I'm going to wrap my cakes. I wrap them in plastic wrap. I double wrap them so that I can put them in the refrigerator and it prevents it from drying out in the refrigerator. Because I baked on 325, the cakes easily came out of the pan because they were not stuck on the sides and because I greased my pan. And that's it. The cakes are well wrapped, ready to go in the refrigerator and decorate when you're ready. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.